Daybreak in 10 here on Color 10. It is 6:50 and we're going to be on the air commercial free right now up until CBS this morning. First, we want to head over to meteorologist Beth Finello. She's got your forecast first. Another hot day on tap today.
You nailed it. That's pretty much what we got today. Good morning, everyone. We're looking at temperatures right now in the 70s. It's warm, it's muggy, the sun is shining. Dew points in the upper 60s. We're running about 5 to 15 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. 70 in Branson right now, 69 in Ava, and 68 in Mountain Grove. Our dew points are in the 60s and in the 70s. Still very sticky, very humid, very soupy out there. And that's where we're going to stay through the day today. So as you're eating your weather Wheaties this morning, we've got temperatures in the 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. Not looking at any rain chances this morning, but we do have an isolated shower chance or two through lunchtime and then through the evening hours as well. Temperatures today will top off in the lower 90s under a mix of sun and clouds. Our feel-like temperatures will be in the middle 90s, maybe some upper 90 readings as we head through the afternoon. Futurecast showing you some isolated showers in northern Arkansas and in southern Missouri. And then overnight tonight, we'll have middle 70s and a couple of clouds, warm and muggy. Feel like temperatures today in the middle 90s, maybe a triple-digit reading or two. Tomorrow, I think triple-digit readings will be likely, especially west of Highway 65. Areas off to the east, you'll get a little bit more cloud coverage and a little bit in the way of some rain chances. If you and your dog are going out for a walk today, just make sure you and your dog are staying hydrated. We've got those hot and humid conditions today. Grab the large iced coffee as we have temperatures in the 90s and feel like temperatures close to 95. Our feel like temperatures will increase as our temperatures increase into this weekend. Hot and humid conditions, temperatures in the upper 90s Saturday and Sunday. Feel like temperatures between 100 and 105 as we head into the beginning of the week. Some good news though, that hot and humid pattern starts to break down Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll get a little bit more cloud coverage and a little bit more chances of rain.
All right, Beth, thank you. Here's a look at some of the top stories making news as you are waking up on this Thursday. Springfield's mandatory mask ordinance goes into effect today. That means everyone over the age of 11 must wear a face covering when out in public. There are several exclusions like eating, swimming, or playing a sport. Individuals with certain health problems will also be exempt. New this morning, the COVID-19 pandemic has been a struggle for everyone, even local license offices, whether it's waiting in longer lines or dealing with an overflow of customers. Our David Chazanov visited the license office on Glenstone and is here to tell us what the scene was like there. David, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. Well, the parking lot was completely full yesterday, and one woman tells me she wasn't too happy about it.
This is the 5th time we've been here. And it's just been too hot to wait in the line, so we've had to leave and come back. So we thought we'd try it a little bit earlier today, but the line's still terribly long.
I spoke with the director of the nonprofit that operates this license office. Joe Dawes says his team makes accommodations for both the long lines and heat. When customers come in, they are asked for their phone number, and from there, a staff member will tell you where you are in line and will recommend waiting in your car to avoid the hot weather. Also, the elderly and people who are disabled are allowed to sit down and wait inside.
We also understand that our system may not be the best way to do things right now. So it's been about 2 months now that we've been considering a reservation system, some way to figure out a way to tell people, hey, if you have a 10:30 appointment, you come in at 10:20, 10:25, or 10:30, and we'll take care of your business, so you don't have to sit out here and wait.
And Dawes says starting today, his Glenstone license office will give a mask to people who don't come in wearing one. He also wants to remind people that the federal government's Real ID deadline has been extended till October 1st of 2021.
All right, David, thank you. An employee and several individuals connected to Springfield Public Schools have tested positive for COVID-19. The health department confirms an employee at Rountree Elementary tested positive. Students and staff are being advised to quarantine at home through July 24th. The Rountree building will be closed until Monday, July 27th. Virtual learning will be offered for students in grades K through 5. And also an individual associated with the YMCA before and after program at Twain Elementary has tested positive. The YMCA has temporarily suspended the program. The health department is working to contact anyone who had close contact with the individual. An individual associated with the Glendale High School football program also has tested positive. We'll have more on that on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Looking at news around the Ozarks now, the Branson Board of Aldermen are holding a special meeting tonight to discuss a masking ordinance. This meeting is happening at City Hall beginning at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Space is limited due to social distancing measures, and face coverings are required inside City Hall. You can also watch through the City of Branson's website or its Facebook page. Taney County is now accepting applications for CARES Act funds for Phase 1 of the COVID-19 expense reimbursements. This phase is for local governments and nonprofit groups to cover expenses related to COVID-19 that were not in the budget. The submission deadline is July 24th. All applications can be found on the Branson Chamber website. Making news around the world, 7 Turkish security personnel were killed when a plane crashed in eastern Turkey. Accident investigators are working to determine the cause of that crash. Authorities say the last contact from the plane was received around 10:30 last night. The plane disappeared from radar about 13 minutes later. Police in the Philippines were activated today to enforce a coronavirus lockdown in Manila. The Special Action Force of the Philippine National Police was deployed to detain people who violated the quarantine regulations. The city is under a 2-week lockdown because of a continuous rise in coronavirus infections. The Philippines has among the highest number of COVID-19 cases in Southeast Asia, with nearly 59,000 people infected and a death toll of more than 1,600. Officials in the English city of Bristol removed a statue of a Black Lives Matter activist today. The statue was erected in the early morning hours on Wednesday without the approval of city officials. It was installed on a base that once held a monument of Edward Colston, a 17th century slave trader. The city council says the sculpture will be held at the museum for the artist to collect or donate to the collection. Making news around America after protests against police brutality in Asheville, North Carolina. City council there responded by unanimously passing a resolution supporting reparations for the city's Black community. The resolution lists oppressions of African Americans from slavery to segregation to housing and wage discrimination. It directs the city manager to create a plan to build generational wealth and boost economic mobility in the Black community. And it will also build a new commission to repair damage caused by systemic racism. Now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, we hear from COVID-19 survivors still experiencing symptoms months after testing negative. Plus, alleged Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre in her first interview since Ghislaine Maxwell was denied bail. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, want to take a final look at your forecast as we are heading out the door. It's going to be hot, but a slight chance for some showers.
Just a few closer to the state line. Otherwise, temperatures in the lower 90s, mix of sun and clouds, and isolated showers again tomorrow. Temperatures in the 90s. The extreme heat kicks with feel-like temperatures between 100 and 105 this weekend.
Thanks for starting off your day with us here at Daybreak. We'll be back with news updates throughout CBS This Morning. Have a great Thursday.